Hey guys, I decided to make a video of fully dismantling an S550 steering wheel. This isn't really hard, but it would be good for anyone who wanted to watch this video and understand how to dismantle it. And so let's get right into it. There's two tools you basically need. You need a Torx 20 screwdriver and you need a Phillips head screwdriver. So let's get right into it. So you're going to start with these gray switches first, then the black comes out, then you can pull this one out. So let's do it like that. So you have two Torx 20 screws. So then I like to use a pick here to get a little bit of a grip under this and pull it up. Be careful because there's a piece of plastic here that holds it in that you want to be careful when you pull it out you don't snap it. Okay, when you pull it out it's going to be plugged in, so you want to flip it over and just unplug it from here. And so that's our first taken out. So now we're going to do the same with this one. Now there's two screws here. One. Okay, now when you take this out, you have to just be careful the way you bend it because it's really difficult to access the plug is from the bottom. So what I like to do is I, again, like to use my pick and I'll reach under there. I'll pull the tab up and then I pull the switch away and that allows it to pop out. Behind here, if you have it, you have your paddle switch, one T20 screw. And that screw fell inside, but we'll unplug it, paddle switch out. Let's get that screw out so we don't lose it. Well, I'll get that screw later. So now we can work on the other side. So now at this point, you've pretty much disassembled the whole thing. Now, if you have a heated steering wheel, you'll have this wire as well as this thermistor down here, you know, the kind of emergency cutoff. The one thing to note is that each one of these plugs are all 4-pin plugs. They're the same exact kind, but they all have what's called different keyways. So you can't actually accidentally plug the wrong plug into the wrong switch because each one of these is actually different. Gray, green, dark gray, and black. Now, if you want to get this harness out, it's actually really easy. You turn it over, and there's basically 2 pins that hold it in on either side. So you're just going to grip, and you're just going to pull it up. And then this side, you're just going to grip and pull it up. And then your plastic piece comes off. Now, the only thing is you have to unplug this plug down here in order to get it fully disconnected. And I actually don't know how to do that. It looks like there's a little clip right here, so perhaps we can get this little pin. I wonder if there's something here. I mean, I definitely see that it's stuck on this little pin here, so we'll just see if we can get that out real quick. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, I don't want to destroy this, so I'm going to take a little bit more time to get it off, but ultimately you can then see, all right, here's how my harness is routed within here. You know, you guys will be able to kind of pause it, take a few screenshots, if you will, so that in case you have any trouble routing your own harness, you'll know exactly how this one was done. So anyway, guys, at that point, once you get that off, you essentially have your bare steering wheel here, and that's it. All right, well, hopefully that helped you guys, and actually, you know what? Before we close out, let's actually talk about some of these switches, how to take them apart. So I'll only go over these two because the other two are exactly the same. So this one is actually the more difficult one. You have these 2 clips here, one here and one here. What I like to do is, again, I go back to my kind of pick tools, and I like to use these tools to try to just bend those clips up. So what I do is I hook it underneath, I'll lift it up, and then I push apart. Hold one, push it apart, then you do the second, and then you kind of just open it up, maybe like a hot dog bun, and there you go. Now this is where the Phillips head comes in. You have one Phillips head screw here, one Phillips head screw here. And then you take the switch out, you could take your rubber pad out, and these little pins come out. I won't take them out for the sake of this, but that's essentially how you completely dismantle that switch. Now, for this one's actually much easier because it's just screwed in. So you have these 3 Torx 20 bolts, screws rather. So that takes it off of the shield. And then back to our Phillips head. And there you go. Now the only thing is, I have not yet dismantled the paddle switch, and I believe, based on what I'm seeing, there's nothing on here. There's no screws on here, and there's no actual, I don't see any clips that hold this on, and so I suspect that, you know, part of holding this together is the button, and I really don't want to mess up the actual button of the paddle switch. So honestly, right now, I'm just going to leave it as is and just say that, okay, however it functions. But ultimately, guys, that's the dismantling of the steering wheel. Just reverse all the steps and you can put it all back together. And that's it. All right. Well, catch you in the next one.